Don't touch that turkey leg just yet. We got a lot of football to cover. We got the FCIAC Championship and all the Thanksgiving Day action right now on FCIAC Football Fast 5. With me once again, Kevin Jones, former Stanford High School head football coach and agent for JL Sports. Kevin, we got to get right to this here. All right, we'll start with Wednesday night's games first, starting with Ridgefield. It looks like the only way the Tigers get in is with a win and a West Haven loss to Fairfield Prep, Kevin. How difficult is it for a team and a coach when even if you win, your playoff fate is out of your hands?
Listen, it's not a good situation at all, and it's one I've been in twice in my career, back in '93 and '01. In both cases, we lost on Thanksgiving Day and thought we were eliminated. So we took this funeral ride of a bus ride home, and we got off the bus, and lo and behold, everybody that needed to win did, and both years we got into the state championship game. So the moral of the story is this for Ridgefield: you got to take care of what you can control, which is win this game on Thanksgiving Day. And then everything else, you got to let it fall into place.
All right, our other FCIAC game on Wednesday night, St. Joe's against Trumbull. Kevin, how big of a turnaround has this season been for the Cadets? I mean, this should be a win, and it should be a playoff berth for St. Joe's.
And I think it's going to be. They were 4-6 a year ago. We have to remember they started 1-6, and then somehow in Week 8, this light bulb came on for them, and they finished 2011 with 3 straight wins, scored 114 points in those wins. So since that time, since Week 8 of last year, the program is 10-2. And their only losses are to Staples and New Canaan this year. You know, they're averaging 39 points a game in that stretch. So this is a really big turnaround. It says a lot about the program. They're a really good team in this wide open field in Class M. I really like their chances.
All right, Trinity Catholic is in the Class S playoffs with a win over Wilton on Thanksgiving. If they can pull that off, it'll be their first state playoff berth since 1993. Kevin, if you look at the standings, however, could the Crusaders miss the playoffs even with a win, the way the point system works out?
The answer to that question is yes, based on the point system, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be a very slim chance. Right now, they're sitting in the number 7 spot, and we're going to assume they're going to win that game on Thanksgiving Day. Woodland is in the 8th spot. They're going to win as well, and based on points, will probably jump ahead of Trinity, pushing them down to number 8, which leaves number 9, Northwest Catholic, sitting right behind them. Now, Northwest has got to beat an 8-1 playoff-bound Rocky Hill team on Thanksgiving Day, which is no small task. If that happens, all 7 of Northwest Catholic's games that they won, all 7 of those teams would have to win on Thanksgiving. If that happened, which would be a miracle, if that happened, they could knock Trinity Catholic out of the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen. It would take a miracle. So I think Trinity is going to sneak in, but they've got to win.
And if they sit in that 8th spot, they're going to be playing a very tough team we'll talk about in a little bit here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that'll bring us to our Daily Boys Game of the Week, the FCIAC Championship, Thanksgiving morning, 10 a.m., Staples at Greenwich. Unlike last year, Kevin, it looks like both these teams are going to the Class AA playoffs no matter who wins. No question here, Kevin. Let's just break down this fantastic game. Offense, defense, special teams. Who has the intangibles and who's going to be the winner?
Well, listen, the short answer to the question is that this is going to be a great football game. The long answer is this: you have 2 dominant offenses versus 2 dominant defenses, and somewhere along the line, something's got to give. Comparing the stats, Staples averages 53 points a game, Greenwich 49 points a game. The defense, Greenwich only gives up 13 points a game, Staples 15 points a game. Margin of victory, Staples 37, Greenwich 36. It's very difficult to pick a winner. The only intangible that may play into somebody's favor here is the venue, and they're playing at Greenwich, and it's tough to go on the road to a place like Greenwich with that fan base and win a game on Thanksgiving Day. Having said that, I really like Staples. I think they're the better football team. I think they win this game. I think both teams are going to give up a few more points than they're used to and maybe not score as much as they're used to, but I like a 28-21 game. We've seen that kind of game from these 2 teams before.
Yeah, last year it was just by 1 touchdown. I will also pick Staples, but I think a little bit wider margin than that. All right, let's look ahead to the postseason. Can't believe we're already here, Kevin. Greenwich, Staples, and New Canaan are assured playoff spots. St. Joe's and Trinity are on the verge. Ridgefield has a chance but needs help. Kevin, which FCIAC teams have the best chance to play deep into December?
Class S, Trinity. If that whole prediction of mine plays out, they fall to the 8th seed, but they make the playoffs, they got to play Ansonia on Tuesday night. So, you know, if Coach Stokes is having trouble sleeping now, forget about it if that happens. Class M, St. Joe's. We talked about the wide open field. I think they match up really well with teams 1 through 4. I think they can beat any of those teams. The team they have to watch out for is a team right behind the New London, who's a young team, gets better every week, loaded with athletes. They better be careful. Let's look at Class L. You've got New Canaan in there. And last year they had this sneaky run that gets them to the championship game. And I think they have the ability to do that again. But the field is better this year. The biggest problem they're going to have is when does Hand show up on that playoff schedule? Because I don't see Hand losing a game this year, and I think they are going to be the state champion. Taking a look at Double L, you have Staples and Greenwich. So we know they're playing on Thanksgiving Day for the FCIAC Championship game. The winner of that game is going to have the inside track to go into the state championship because they're going to get the home games. The other guy's probably going to have to go on the road. I love both of these teams. I think they can both win a state championship. The field is loaded, absolutely loaded. How loaded, you ask me? Well, the number 8 seed, West Haven, their only losses are to Hand and Xavier. They can beat anybody in the field. So all 8 teams are teams that have won state championships in the past couple of years. It's a loaded field. Whoever comes out of this field should be number 1 in the state polls. And how about this? How about a Staples-Greenwich rematch for a state championship? That would be pretty nice.
All right, that'll do it for our holiday edition of FCIAC Football Fast 5. From all of us here at the Daily Voice, happy Thanksgiving.